Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So we're through decoding Mamwich versus Manwich, and we've now um, we found, and I did a video on this, that these conversions would keep going infinitely, and this doesn't even include the alphabetic order in reverse or the numerology chart 1 through 8 or any of the other conversions that could be made. This is just the alphabetic order and numerology chart. So we decided, or I decided, or we collectively decided to take these numbers and letters and smash them together. And since they're infinite, we had to pick a finite point to stop. And we stopped here. And we stopped here. And so what we ended up with, after pairing them off, letters and numbers, was MN13, AC14, MA45, DN41, MN32, DM25, VE14, NW23. And we got that to go through the stock market. And now we're on finance. And remember, the stock market and finance, along with medical sciences, which would include genetics, we're on the list of things quantum computers calculated within those domains and more. So I find it interesting that we're finding these now, or these categories. So now we're in finance. So if we start right here with MN1 coming forward. All right. We're in finance, and MN1 amended and restated trust agreement dated as of January 26, 2021, Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporations. And down here it says, with respect to Freddie Mac SCR Trust MN1. So this is a trust agreement, an amended trust agreement. All right. So if we move on from that, you have N13, and N13 ends up being, well, we had it in the stock market, and here it is again, Nano Explorer N13 on the Frankfurt, Nano Explorer Incorporated. All right, if we move on from that, you have 13A, and 13A ends up being Minnesota Statutes, Chapter 13A, Release of Information by Financial Institutions. So you got a Minnesota statute here that deals with release of information by financial institutions, and a lot of information there. If we move on from that, you have 14C, 14C, and 14C ends up being Schedule 14C on Investopedia. Schedule 14C lays out certain disclosure criteria for companies with securities registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Schedule 14C is a proxy statement that an attorney prepares when a public company holds in stockholders meeting. When a public company holds its stockholders meeting each year. It is required when the issuer holds special meetings to vote on corporate actions such as name changes and mergers. All right. So you got Schedule 14C there that deals with the Securities and Exchange Commission, laws and regulations. All right. If we move on from that, you have 4MA. And how about Martin Aircraft Company Limited, 4MA.F on Yahoo Finance. So you got another stock market thing, but it's finance. And we're in our finance search. So anyway, if we move on from that, you have 5DN. And 5DN ends up being Ezra Holdings Limited, 5DN.SI. This is again on Yahoo Finance. So if we move on from that, you have N4. National Certificate N4 Financial Management. So N4 Financial Management. And it's a course. Introduces you to the fundamental principles of financial management and gives you a solid foundation for pursuing further studies in this direction. So there's probably a lot of things they can take from that. So if we move on from that, you have M1. And M1 ends up being M1 Finance. With M1 Finance, you can invest, borrow, and spend with one easy-to-use platform. Get the most out of M1 when you sign up for a 1-year free trial of M1 Plus, a $125 value. So M1 Finance deals with investing, borrowing, and spending. The Finance Super App. All right. And if we move on from that, you have N3. N3 is an outsourced inside sales firm. We accelerate sales, close business, and create real revenue results. N3 is an outsourced inside sales firm. With 10 plus years of proven success, we leverage a scalable, technology-enabled sales framework supported by integrating digital marketing, inside sales, and custom analytics. So, N3 is an outsourced inside sales firm. All right, if we move on from that, you have 2D, if I'm not mistaken. You got N3 and 2D. Yep. So, in 2D ends up being NRE Security Finance Company. 49CAL.2D. 2D right here, 370. So it's a security finance company, a corporation, in process of voluntary winding up. So this actually looks like a court case of a security finance company. All right, if we move on from that, you have M25. M25, invest in the Midwest. And M25 is an early stage venture firm based in Chicago, investing solely in tech startups headquartered in the Midwest. And they launched in 2015 and became the most active investor in their region. So they're an investment company that invests only in technology companies headquartered in the Midwest. And if we move on from that, you have 5V. 5V Capital. Right here. Growth and success go beyond just capability and funds. It is about trusted long-term partnerships with people and businesses we invest in. So 5V invests in businesses. So It's an investment company, 5V Capital. And if we move on from that, you have VE1. And if it comes up here, it ends up being Veneco 1 Electricity Construction Joint Stock Company. And there's your VE1 right here, HNXVE1. So it's a electricity construction joint stock company on the stock market. And if we move on from that, you have 14N, Office of Financial Management in Washington, Fund 14N. So this is a fund, legislative oral history account. Earnings from investments. So this is a fund, Fund 14N. A program to record and document oral histories of current and former members and staff of Washington State Legislature and other citizens have participated in the political history of the Washington State Legislature. Credited to the general fund under RCW 43.79A.40. So this is a fund. All right, and if we move on from that, you have W23, the last thing coming forward. How about chapter W23, problem 6P is solved. Foreign exchange rate represents the price of currency in terms of other currency. Thus, it determines how much unit of one currency will be spent to acquire 1 unit of other foreign currency. Precisely, it is the rate at which one currency is exchanged with another. Chapter W23 deals with currency exchange. Mathematics for Business and Personal Finance, Student Edition. So that gets you through going forwards in finance. In the coming days, we'll come back and then backwards in finance, and then we'll move on to genetics. So that's going to be it for this one. So lots of interesting stuff going on in here in the alphanumerical. And we'll have to decide if we do this on every decode or if we don't. I'm not sure. I definitely wanted to see what was going on with it and what was there and what wasn't there. And so far, there's quite a bit of stuff there. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. So for now, thanks for all your thumbs up, thumbs down when appropriate. Thanks for all your comments, leads, feedback, and subscriptions. And thanks for watching, guys. And for now, you guys have a great rest of your day.